So we have one of Asia's biggest wall clock showrooms.
CT Pundole would have had more than 1 million customers.
People would look at your watch now and, kind of also understand what your personality is.
So we always recommend an automatic or a manual winding watch, which will help the customer to enjoy his watch for the entire life and even pass it on to the next generation.
Welcome back to Frontrow's new episode. Thank you so much for all the love that everyone is showing to our last episode. Last few shows have been majorly all around the legacy brands which are present in Pune. And this time, taking that even ahead, we have someone who has been in Pune for almost last 5 generations and building remarkable collection of watches and clocks as one of the leading luxury watch retailers. Welcome to the show, Aviva and Hormuz Pundole. Thank you so much for being a part of Frontrow family. I think the best thing to start is going to be about how has this journey been of almost like 100 plus years, and how you have seen this growing for from generations to generations.
So we are lucky to be a part of this particular family. We started in 1909 by my grandfather's grandfather. Came to Pune from Surat as a watchmaker, and at that time it was only the British and the rich Indians who had watches. That too also not wrist watches, it was only pocket watches. So all that we used to do is repair. We started from a very, very small repair shop to having 13 locations in Pune.
Right.
And we were into photography, we were into opticals and repairing of watches. This was our principal business. And today we are not into photography anymore, but we are have 2 eyewear stores and we have watch stores across the city.
That's superb. I think, from being like a small shop, repair shop, like you say, right? And Ghadiali is what you call?
So that was for people, previously surnames were given as per the profession that you used to do.
Right.
So repairing watches was something to do with the Ghadial. That's why the surname used to be Ghadiali.
Correct.
Yes.
Our surname was Ghadiali many years ago, but it was changed by our great-grandfather.
Okay. That's great to know. I think something that we were not really aware of. And last, I think, 100 years, this has been growing. So how has the entire customer behavior and market had changed in these years?
The market has drastically changed. In fact, in the last 20 years that I've been doing it, and much, and far more from what I've heard about it before.
Right.
So previously, even our stock levels or the number of brands that were available were very few. So a client would come and see a small display and would choose any one of them. More than that, they would rely on what you would recommend.
Right.
So I would remember my grandfather and dad would say in the past, okay, if a client asked which watch they wanted, and they would pull out one on the tray and give it, and the person would blindly pick it up because they said this is what he has recommended, that is, it is nice, and it would be one watch for his entire life.
Right.
Nowadays, you have watches as a fashion. So you have different watches to wear on different clothes, or for different moods, or different events. So today we don't have one watch, customers. We have multiple watch customers. So the whole trend of watches has changed.
Right.
Plus, previously a watch was to keep time and to show time. Today a watch is a status symbol. Today a watch is a fashion. Today a watch is an accessory. It does not only show time. It does, describe a lot of other personal features of the human being also.
Right. It's more than a watch. I would say it's like a symbol for yourself.
Yes.
What kind of probably event you're going for, and how do you carry yourself. That that
Correct.
matters.
Yeah, people would look at your watch now and, kind of also understand what your personality is, what your choices are. A watch talks a lot about yourself. And nowadays, people come with a lot of knowledge because of the online trend and the web. There's so much information that it's not necessary. Some of the clients have a lot more knowledge and they read up a lot. So there is a lot of knowledge out there. The brands put up a lot of stuff out there. So there is, a lot on the web that people can research and then come to us asking for our recommendation.
I think internet has added a lot to this.
Yes, 100%.
Right, to the knowledge.
Yeah, so the internet has educated a lot of clients.
Right.
And has made the interest grow in them also for watches. So previously, as I mentioned earlier, that it used to be one watch for the entire lifetime. Because of now so much of knowledge and awareness that people have through the internet, they would like to have, multiple watches. It's basically a very desirable product, and it's one of the few accessories that a man can carry.
Right, correct. I think, how many stores do we have across Pune?
We have 13 locations across Pune.
Right, we have 13 locations across Pune.
Yes.
So I think one of the questions that comes to mind is we are very popular all across Pune.
Yes.
So why not look at expanding outside to even like bigger cities or even to the smaller cities which are like very fast growing market?
Yeah, so we did think of expanding in the past, and we have the plans for the future. So we will surprise you all soon when we announce something.
Okay, that's great to know. I think we have something special coming up. And we also have 29th September, our anniversary coming up, right?
Yes, that's our store anniversary that we've been celebrating it for 116 years. And we'll be celebrating 117th anniversary on
Okay,
the 29th of September 2025.
super. 117th
Yes.
anniversary,
Yes.
right? Anything special that you want to probably address?
So what we are doing is we have a lot of new brands come in, a lot of new things, a lot of new brands and a lot of new exciting stores also opening up. Offers is a part as well. So we will have certain offers running as well. But more exciting, I think, for people of Pune would be some new brands, some mono brands, some mono Swiss brands, which, people get a chance to experience, because these are not brands that are widely available all over India. So there will be certain brands which are only exclusively available with us.
Super. We have been speaking a lot about watches, but I think one thing to notice is we have fabulous collection of wall clocks as well, right?
Yes.
What do you have to tell about it? How unique it is?
So we have one of Asia's biggest wall clock showrooms, where we have more than 600 wall clocks at display at one time. Definitely one of the biggest in Pune, and still, as I said, one of the biggest in Asia.
What's like the most unique watch probably we have here?
So we have a lot of grandfather clocks and cuckoo clocks. So we get them imported from Germany. It's a brand called Kinenja, where they speak for precision and their craftsmanship. And the quality speaks for itself. They are made out of wood, and they are actually manual winding clocks, which go back to the old history and generation of winding clocks, where people would wind them once in 8 days. You have wall clocks and table clocks which are wound once in 8 days. So they're all mechanical, which goes back to the history of watchmaking.
You have a lot of luxury brands with you, right? What's so special about them? Anything that you want to highlight for any of these brands?
So India being a huge market for not only luxury but for all watches, a lot of launches happen in India, and we have a lot of specific launches for India. So most of these brands do make specific watches only for the Indian market, because the demand is huge and the consumption can be sustained out here. So we've also had some special watches with collaboration with brands where we make them specially for India, and now we are having a collaboration with specially only for CT Pundole.
I think, coming to the point that let's say there's someone who is looking at building his watch collection from like scratch today, what will be few suggestions or ideas that you will give for that person?
So I would always recommend him to start with the manual watches. That's automatic, because that's the core of a watchmaking. Since watches were developed more than 150 years back. It was only mechanical watches, because battery operated watches started only in the 1980. So we always recommend an automatic or a manual winding watch, which will help the customer to enjoy his watch for the entire life and even pass it on to the next generation, because that's the life of a watch. And there are many brands who are having a lot of heritage watches, or you can call them as cult watches, which never go out of fashion. And they have a very significant role to play for why it has become so famous today. So from each and every brand, they have a few models which are really very strong and dynamic, where a collector would definitely have a few of these in his collection.
Got it. And since we are speaking about watch collection, so nowadays, there's a big trend on internet where people are kind of taking it as like an investment, where they have the, probably most unique watch collection, and they look at as an investment which will grow in future?
Yes. So it is definitely becoming extremely popular today. And we do have a lot of unique watches made by brands which are, extremely strong in the terms of demand and, not in strong in terms of production. So that is where when you can find something that is not made so many, it definitely holds value today and the value is only going to be growing in the years to come.
And if you let's say compare to something like stocks, how does this all overall grow?
There has been proven in the last 4 years that collecting watches and certain models have been much better than the stock market or the gold in the last 5 years.
Last 5 years, yeah. And is it that something where there are only again specific brands where they get higher valuation with time?
Yes, so there is only a specific handful of brands and few models within those brands which have a great demand, where the value is actually, you can actually get to get great value out of it. As an investment, watches are great today to do, but as the stock market, also all brands or all stocks do not reach the peak. Same in all watches do not reach the peak. There are only a few of them who are the winners.
Something can always go down as well and also goes up. True. Last few years have been majorly about also smartwatches.
True.
Along with analog watches.
Yes.
And has been growing very rapidly. How has the trend overall changed?
So there was a peak for the smartwatches. Smartwatches was doing very, very well. But right now people have gone back to analog watches, in fact.
Right.
In fact, the new generation that started with smartwatches is now, because now they're used to wearing a watch, will start wearing regular watches as well. So yes, definitely smartwatches did have its time, but it's also gone back. It's not like analog watches are ever going to go out of style.
Is it that it's like, let's say, Gen Z is preferring more smartwatch and the other guys are preferring more analog? Something like that?
No, I would not say what they prefer. Yes, they would start with the smartwatch. As she said that, they get used to wearing something on their wrist and then want to, have something better. Because most of the smartwatches are a black band, with a small screen. But they don't want to wear it in a suit or they don't want to wear it on a party outside. So that then they would like to have a good designer watch, a fashion category, a watchmaking trend, where people can talk about. Because a watch is always about storytelling.
Right.
When we sell a watch, we do not just sell the product, we sell a story, an attachment that goes along with the watch to the client's home.
Yeah, and a lot of times I have seen that now people are shifting towards more of a fitness band and then have an analog watch along with that.
So there are a lot of fitness bands which are more sleeker and do the same job as a smartwatch. So they can wear that on the either hand and a wristwatch on the other.
What has been like one of the most unique watches that you have seen ever?
In the watchmaking, we basically have, a fair every year that happens in the month of March and April today, and where all the brands exhibit their best collection. So a few years back, a watch from a brand called Hublot was made, which was called the Rainbow. So why Rainbow? Because you have different sapphires, different color sapphires, where they mix and merge it to gel with the entire watch. So that's something very unique because that's actually more of gem setting to be done by a watchmaker, and to make it look extremely beautiful and vibrant at the same time.
Okay.
Or you can look at it from the technicalities of watches, from the movement side. Each year, every brand wants to improvise on what they have. The most effective thing that's currently going on is to help the magnetic field, because we have so many laptops, iPads, mobile phones, and magnetic waves going all around us throughout the day. A watch can get magnetized and does get magnetized. So nowadays they use silicon within the watch movements as compared to metal in the past. So it does not affect with the magnetic field. It helps increase the accuracy of the watch, and it helps reduce the service duration. So each brand is developing new and better movements to make sure that they work more accurate and much better condition than what they were.
Let's say someone has unlimited budget and not really looking at budget at the moment. What will be top 3 watches that you would recommend?
So when we look at to recommend someone 3 watches, so we or at least I follow this thing that the most 10 iconic watches in the world.
Mm-hmm.
You can Google it, it is there. So we have either a sports watch, a diving watch, a classic watch. So something like this can be a part of a person's category. Since he's only going to be starting with 3, she should have one dress watch, which will be in a leather strap.
Mm-hmm.
You can have one diving watch, which will be extremely robust. You can use it for, all outdoor activities. And one more, which will be a sporty watch, which you can wear in the evenings.
Right.
So that's how you can, classify between different categories.
Got it. And what all types of like watches are available in the market? Like we spoke about smartwatch, but what's more?
So there are multiple watches that you can have. You can have an automatic, a manual winding, a solar watch, a kinetic watch, a GPS watch. So there are multiple options of watches now in the market. And one of the things that is most widely used by most people are automatic watches. Manual winding, mostly collectors and people who are more interested and more intrigued with the kind of machinery and movements, they use more of manual winding.
In last, like if you have any statistics or even like a random number probably, in last 100 years, how many customers CT Pundole might have had?
CT Pundole would have had more than 1 million customers.
More than 1 million customers?
It should have had more than 1 million customers.
100 years, definitely.
Yeah. So, but we do have a lot of clients who have been for generations where we I worked with my granddad.
Mm-hmm.
So my granddad, my dad and me, all 3 generations were standing on the counters. The same way we see clients coming with their grandparents.
Mm-hmm.
So it's a very big thing for the grandparents to buy for the child their first watch. It was very famous before. After your 10th, you get a good watch. And nowadays it's much younger.
Yeah.
People do get watches, and nowadays many brands have also started making specific watches for children.
Right.
So, it's to indulge them from a small age, to start collecting watches. And now with the internet and the kids have so much of exposure, they see what their parents do and then they want to do the same. So,
Any specific memory you have with any customer that you had?
Yes, many, because when we are at the shop floor,
Mm-hmm.
and we do receive clients who come with their entire family to purchase a watch, because I explained earlier, a watch is a story.
Right.
It's not that you going to a grocery store and you buy something. So you think on what you want, you just like it, has to gel with your personality. And we have a lot of auspicious days in India where people come and like to shop. So they bring their entire family to make a celebration, because it stays with the human being. It is passed on to the next generation. So it's an heirloom. It's an asset to the house.
Right.
So we do come across people where my grandfather has attended to them. And today they are coming with their entire family. So it is a lot of emotion and pride that we have, that we can serve the family for years together.
So, since we spoke about customers, right, and how this has all been growing for last so many years, and for like probably in coming years, right, we'll add on more customers to whatever we already have. Almost, I would say, covering entire Pune.
We would love to. Why only Pune, the state and the country and the world also.
Yeah, always. And so this is regarding watches. What's happening outside this ecosystem?
So we have a lot of other things as well besides watches. So the first would be watches, then it's wall clocks. We've also reintroduced our eyewear brands. So as we mentioned, my grandfather he had optical as well,
Right.
about 30 years back. We've reintroduced and again started our optical line, where at the moment we have 2 stores with a lot of brands and a proper full-fledged eye checkup and everything along with that. We're also opening a new category which would have more men's accessories like pens, bags, and something more for people to look out for.
Super. Great to know.
And I would like to add that our core business is service. That's where we
Right.
started. We have a dedicated service center on NGO, which is in the top world-class machinery and tools. We have watchmakers that go to Switzerland also for training. My uncle has been a horologist, and he has been studying this for the last 50 years.
Super.
And he is putting his expertise with the team.
I think somewhere you have also written this statement, right? That you are not having salesmen, but actually you have watch consultants.
Yes.
So is there like training or something that you are providing these
Yes,
days?
definitely. To our sales team, which is our sales force, we do get trainings from the brands to give specifications on what the watch is, so you can explain and teach to the clients. And plus, we as CT Pundole also set a particular standard that our salesmen should attend to the customers in the same manner with passion, the same way that any one of us would do.
Okay, that's great.
So CT Pundole wouldn't just be about selling watches. It's more about selling a story. It's more about selling an emotion, and it's more about creating a relationship to what, like a client would want, what he would expect. It's more about the experience.
Speaking about the customer experience, right? And last few years, digital has been taking on. So how has it changed with like an online versus offline structure?
So to be honest, there isn't an online versus an offline, of course. The user experience, personally, I would say is much better when you're at the store because we get to understand your need. We get to show you a lot of options. But it's like online is also a very important part. It helps us get into markets where we're not present. It also, we can showcase to a lot more people. It's for the newer generation. So definitely online is something that we're looking at and which we are building on a daily basis.
Does our website like get traffic outside Pune and all? Like queries come?
Definitely, yes. There are queries from outside Pune as well. There are much smaller towns where they don't have access to a lot of brands. So definitely, we are tapping into those markets as
So
well.
just to clear out, we are delivering if at all anyone reaches out digitally.
Yes, for sure.
If they probably reach out to WhatsApp or through our website,
Correct.
we can reach
We
out.
do deliver all over India.
So we do deliver all over India because with the goodwill that we have created over the years, through word of mouth, we have got clients from different parts of the countries. And on a daily basis, we ship to different places where our clients have requirements.
Okay, that's great. With online coming in, there is also kind of a lot of myths, I would say, about the quality and authenticity of the products. How do you want to like kind of explain that?
Definitely. So it depends on which website you're buying it from. That's very important who your seller is. If there is a seller who is not a genuine seller, then definitely you are risking your purchase online. But like if it is a genuine website and
Authorized seller
authorized seller, then definitely it would not
be a
make
big problem.
that much of a difference.
And price is sometimes a question, and the offline and online price always matches when it's for authorized retailer. So that's also never a question mark or without.
Since we spoke about families coming to the shop, right? And we spoke a lot about what Mel prefer to kind of buy. What is what kind of watches or what kind of collection do women prefer? What's selling right now, majorly for women?
So women watches also contributes to a great part of our business. There are specific brands who concentrate only on making or focusing more on women's watches. So Chopard happens to be one of them. Okay. And we have a lot of iconic models for women for many other brands, which the basic point for a woman has to be, it should not be very complicated. And it has to be easy to use, light in weight, because, sometimes a woman does not like to wear a very expensive watch and work at home. So it's only when she's going out, she would like to wear that watch. So it has to be easy for her to wear and easy for her to maybe just wear and go, it should not be having too many complications.
And do the like trend also change compared to what we have in men's collection?
Yeah, of course. It's not like women's watch. There are a lot of women's watches. And women also like to style their watches a lot with their jewelry. So definitely, you'd stack it up with your watch and stuff like that. So there are a lot of options for women. Women also are, a huge part of the working force now. So you would have like your daily watches, your watch to work, your watch for parties, your watch for weddings. So there is a huge collection even that women, can focus on and have like different watches for different occasions as well.
So back in the days, I have seen my granddad and grandmom having like same pair of watch, like, right? Is this trend still going on or has it changed?
So yes, they call pair watches
Right.
where both of them would wear the same watch, just in a different size, or maybe the women's would have diamonds and options like that. That still does exist. We still do have pair watches, but nowadays I think it's a lot about the personality and what kind of watch you'd like. So not everyone or not the youth do not prefer to wear pair watches.
You want to clear any myths around this, like online and offline and all?
Yes. So basically, it is a part of our values of our company to be
Mm.
honest with the customers,
Right.
to do fair business. And we would never do anything that's not authorized. So there's so many brands that are there, but we only work with the people who are authorized
Right.
because our family name and legacy is at stake. So we always try to do things which are genuine,
Right.
and we pass on the correct information and the correct appropriate watch also to the customer.
To the customers. What's like probably total collection right now we have across all our shops?
We will have more than, I think what? We have more than 50,000 SKUs.
50,000 SKUs.
Yeah.
Superb. That's great. I think it will be the biggest collection in
In
retail. Yeah.
Definitely. In Pune and watches, we are the largest.
Okay. Superb. How do you see this, moving ahead in coming 50, 100 years, and the trends coming in, probably AR, VR, adding on all these new technologies and also carrying the legacy of these older brands?
So technology is definitely helping us. So
Mhm.
AI is today extremely, everybody speaks about it.
Right.
But an older version of AI is a computer, which we have been using for, 20, 25 years.
Mhm.
So definitely technology comes in to help, even the stores to do much better. We can, process with our CRM, with customer database that we have, to do better.
Mhm.
And definitely it helps us with, online digital, with advertising, with Instagram. So definitely AI helps. There's no
Mhm.
doubt about it. And the better we use it to make the growth is what we can capitalize on. But at the same time, the traditional shops or the traditional shopping is now going to go.
Mhm.
We've seen it worldwide also, especially in the luxury category. A personalization is a must.
Right.
Without that, it's not called luxury.
Right. And how do you see CT Pundole contributing to this in coming years?
So we're definitely expanding,
Mm-hmm.
and we have our next few years plans jotted down.
Right.
But we keep it as a surprise for the next year.
Superb. So maximum audience that we have at Front Row is majorly all and around Pune and I would say Maharashtra. What do you want to kind of address to the audience?
So when you talk about CT Pundole, we have like a huge collection, right? So in one store, it's difficult to get so many brands. Thus, the main head office is at MG Road, where we have all of the brands spread across all of the stores, which are across each other. So we are from the lower end to the mid to high end luxury as well.
So what we would like to give, to the people of Pune and Maharashtra especially is a big thank you for their support over the years that they have shown towards us. And we are extremely famous in each and every small city in Maharashtra also. The name CT Pundole is known not only to people of Pune, but people of around Maharashtra also.
Right.
Cities like Kolhapur, Satara, Sangli, Ahmednagar also are our customers out there.
Superb.
So we have a very strong goodwill, and we thank the customers, for being a part of us for so many years, and definitely to their family for the next 100 years to come.
Superb. I think they, be your part for even next 100, 200 years to come.
Thank you, Pundole.
Superb. That's great. For everyone, I would say we will drop the website's link in the comments. Make sure that you visit the website and also social media platforms of CT Pundole. Do like, share and subscribe. Thank you so much for watching.